In your opinion, what are the key ingredients of an excessive pricing theory of harm? And under what circumstances should a competition authority investigate a case of excessive pricing?
Well, thank you very much. I think it's very important that antitrust authorities understand that they can undertake excessive pricing actions only in very exceptional circumstances. And this is because the risk that you have when you have excessive pricing actions is that you would interfere too much with the functioning of the market, and also that you can disincentivize the firms, and therefore, basically, when you take an excessive pricing action, what happens is that you are, in part, so say, expropriating the profits of a company, so you wouldn't want to do that with a company which has invested or innovated. So, in short, I think that you can think of an action, an excessive pricing action, when you have two main circumstances, that is, the market is not functioning the way it should, and the dominant firm is not there, doesn't have the dominant position because of investment and innovations. And this is by and large also what the case law in the EU has told us. If you think of the excessive pricing cases in Europe, they have been mostly in markets like for collecting societies, or there have been cases in which there was a car maker which had to give certification to the car, so not really innovation. Or more recently, there have been these pharma cases where the drug had already expired, the patent drug has already expired for a very long time, and therefore you could not really say that the firm needed to recover its investments or innovation because it had already a very long time horizon over which to do so. So these are the conditions, but the other thing is that I see also excessive pricing actions a little bit like an action of last resort, meaning that if the antitrust authority had the possibility through advocacy or through other forms of influence on governments or parliament to try and solve the problem in a structural way, it would be much better than having an excessive pricing action, because an excessive pricing action in antitrust means basically that the problem is not solved, that the antitrust authority says that the price is too high, but the problem is not solved forever. And on the other hand, the antitrust authority cannot change and become a regulator and keep on monitoring the prices through time. So I think if there is a way to solve the problem structurally, it would be much better than an excessive pricing action. Finally, this is more about what is needed for the antitrust authority to prove. I think that it is really indispensable that the antitrust authority makes an effort in showing that the price at issue is much higher than the costs of the company, and also much higher than comparator prices. So I think there is a whole battery of comparisons with different benchmarks that the antitrust authority should do and show, therefore, that the price is really higher than all these benchmarks that is considering.